My name is Evan Raleigh, and I am the Deputy Director of Community and Business Development for the City of Winston-Salem, and I have the distinct honor and pleasure of serving as the administrator for the Successful Outcomes After Release, the SOAR program. So I'm sure many of you probably know that your friends, loved ones sitting here have been just working for the city for the last 6 months. But I'd like to tell you that they've been doing much more than that. They have been hand-selected from a group of more than 130 applicants to be one of the 6 people who are sitting here today after completing the Successful Outcomes After Release program. And SOAR is a special program. It was designed on the notion that someone who may have done something maybe a little wrong, run into some trouble in their past, shouldn't be defined by that particular moment in their lives, that they should be given a second opportunity to demonstrate what they can do. And I'd like to share that the folks that we have sitting here today have absolutely taken that second opportunity and they've run with it, and they should be commended for it. So thank you for being here to celebrate with us. We're incredibly proud, and you should be incredibly proud if you're friends or related to any of the folks that are seated here today. So with that, I'd just like to introduce and recognize our council members that have joined us today. Chairman of Public Safety, Councilmember James Taylor, Councilmember Denise Adams, and Councilmember Derwin Montgomery. And I'd like to recognize any of you, if you'd like to make comments, please. Thanks, President.
How's everybody doing? It's so good to see you all here. I'm gonna tell you, we joke with each other all the time. Today I'm not Harold, but I'm gonna say I'm Haroldetta, and these are the blue notes. Okay. But again, thank you so much for being here. Again, you know, the world as we know it is changing, and it's unfortunate that it's even taken us this long to get to this point. Whereas we embrace and include everybody, regardless of whatever path you took, whatever mistake you made, because trust me, you're not alone. We've all made some kind of mistake or decision that ultimately we said, gee, I wish I hadn't done that. Or I did something that, you know, you have to think about that it was there for you to learn from it and then continue on. So what I can say to you today is we got your back. We're glad you're here. We're glad you've been successful with the program. We hope you'll go out and tell everybody else about it because, you know, there are some people that won't give people a second chance. But the city of Winston-Salem will, because your tax dollars equal just like everybody else's. So I'm just glad to be here. I'm glad Councilmember Taylor brought this to our attention 2 years ago, going on 3. And I think the council, we jumped right on it with excitement that we can do something to improve the quality of life of everybody. So again, congratulations.
Again, just saying ditto to the comments that Councilmember Adams has already stated. Just want to say thank you to those who have been a part of the SOAR program, and to say personally to you all that you all are an example to the broader community about what happens when you give people a chance. I work every day with individuals where sometimes people write off. But what I've learned is that when you give people who want one an opportunity and a chance, they take it, and most often than not, they're going to prove to you that they want to do what they can to improve the quality of their life. As Councilmember Adams stated, we all make mistakes in our lives. The fact is that some of us just didn't get caught for some of the stuff that we've done. And we could be in very much different places in our lives. And when we get to the place where we start to judge people off of the past actions that they've done, not believing that they have the opportunity to make their future different, we don't have hope in our communities. And so for me, I don't ever want to get in a place where I don't believe that we have an opportunity to change our communities. And as long as I believe that, we have to do everything we can to invest in those those who want to make a difference in their lives and in their community. So again, I say thank you for taking this chance. Keep pushing forward, and don't let anyone tell you that you can't overcome the obstacles that you face in life, because today you're showing that you've taken the steps forward to do it, and you have our support, and you have other people who are here in this room and who are absent from this room who believe in you and pushing you. So again, thank you.
Good afternoon. I have the honor and privilege of bringing greetings on behalf of the Public Safety Committee. I won't be here very long, and I would love to talk to the rest of the audience. I'm just going to direct my comments to the participants. I've had an opportunity to speak with you before. Some of you I know personally. I just want to take the opportunity and tell you I appreciate the steps that you've taken, what you've done to be successful here in this program. And as been stated right before I came to the podium, when I think about some of the brightest and the best minds in this city, some of the brightest and best minds in this country, we all come from different walks of life, but the one thing that separates us all is someone gave us an opportunity. I promise you, one of my favorite things to say is I'm not some politician. As I said to you before, I'm just a guy from the neighborhood, Jarvis, that, you know, some people gave a chance, and you guys know that. And in this city, we pride ourselves on making sure that we give people an opportunity. I had an opportunity, all of you in the audience had an opportunity, and we wanted to make sure that we pay that forward. So on behalf of the Public Safety Committee, the council, I know we'll be recognizing you also at 7 o'clock at the City Council meeting. We appreciate what you do. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. This isn't a game. This isn't politics. This is from the bottom of my heart. You know, I don't cry very often, but if I could, I'd be doing it right now. I appreciate you. We love you. We want to see you be successful. I know most of you do have jobs with the city. Others will be working to find other opportunities. So look, this is a step forward. You're building your resumes, you're building your brand, and letting people know that you're here to stay, and you're taking advantage of the opportunities that are being presented to you. So we appreciate all you do to help our city to be a better place to live, work, and relax. To all of the staff and the friends and the family, they couldn't do it without you. If I started calling names, I'd get in trouble, but from Mr. Raleigh, Ms. Ford Hall, Ms. Peoples Joyner, and I'm gonna stop there. I'm not going to call your names, but don't charge it to my mind, all right? Don't charge it to my heart, charge it to my mind. Let me back up and say that. So again, I appreciate each and every one of you. It takes a village to continue to make a difference. So thank you for being that village, not only for myself, but for the participants. We love you. We want to see you continue to be successful. Thank you.
Thank you, council members. At this point, if I could, have members of council who are present here maybe step forward. We'd like to offer the participants a very small token of our appreciation, not only for the contributions that you've made to the program, but just in everything that you've done in your life to position yourself to be at this particular point. So first we have Kiba Banner. Please come on up.
Thank you.
You want to take a picture? And get this.
Come on, Mr. Raleigh. It's your show.
No, sorry.
All right.
Next is Mr. Jeremy Cody. Come on up, Jeremy. Great job.
Congratulations.
All right, guys. Come on, don't bite, come on.
Next is Mr. Justin Harrison.
Here.
Jarvis Williams, come on up. Jarvis. Come on, let's go.
Congratulations.
That look like something else. Somebody dive in and show this real, okay? See, I know it's stuff like this.
And last but not least, Miss Kiki Wilson, come on up. Yes. So at this point, I'd like to offer up the opportunity for any of the participants who might have some reflections or offer some words to come up. Don't be shy. There's something you'd like to say?
How's everyone? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I would like to thank everyone for coming out, showing your appreciation. And I would like to thank the program for giving us all the opportunity, because I was at a point where I didn't know what to do, and I refused to let, being the fact that from my past was the only thing that I know how to do with my hands for something illegal. So I took that same energy and I invested it into looking for a job. And I kept pushing, but it took me 1.5 years to get into this program, and I just never gave up. I just never gave up. But I'd like to thank everyone in the SOAR program. They're like family to me. And just thank everybody for showing up, showing appreciation.
Okay. Can everybody hear me? Ooh, I'm nervous. Okay. Everyone's thanking us, but I want to thank y'all personally, because without y'all starting this program, I don't know what I would have done. You know, I came home with the mind frame that I'm going to make a change in my life, and that's what I've been doing since I got home. I am a bucket of tears, so y'all have to forgive me. Y'all have to forgive me, but I want to thank my family, because without y'all, I don't know what I would have done. And I love y'all, and I'm gonna keep pushing. I want to thank everybody that was behind me, had my back. Mr. Mike Thomas, you already know the love that I feel for you. And I just want to thank everybody. This program is very successful if you work it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not stopping. I'm not waiting for a door to open for me. I'm opening it myself. And I'm walking through it. And I'm not going to stop. And I just want to thank everybody in this room for having Miss Chris Fry. You know the love I have for you, Miss Regina Hall. I thank y'all so much, Mr. Riley, everybody personally. And I just thank y'all.
All right, well, Mr. Williams and Mr. Hairston are going to save their comments, but I'm sure that Yeah, I know, and they say it all the time, how much they appreciate the program. And of course, we appreciate you all and the work you've done. So that was just a few stories. Of course, everyone has a story and everyone has their own journey. But tonight, we do want to share one journey with you, Ms. Wilson. I'm sorry, I mentioned Mr. Williams and Mr. Hairston. Okay, I didn't want to call you out. All right. But we do want to share one story with you. So if you will direct your attention to the screen, we will show that for you now.
We cover about 5 to 6 streets a day, keeping Winston-Salem looking good.
Bent Akiba Banner works for the City of Winston-Salem's vegetation management.
I try to come in with a good attitude, energetic attitude, and just do my job to the best of my ability.
This is a new attitude for the 39-year-old. 2 decades earlier, she was on the fast track to the North Carolina Correctional Institute for Women in Raleigh.
In 1998, I caught a charge, death by motor vehicle charge. I chose to let someone else drive my mother's car.
Banner's girlfriend died in the car accident. This launched her down a path of using powder cocaine, breaking into cars, stealing property, and committing credit card fraud to support her habit. Banner served 5 years in prison from 2002 to 2007. 3 years later, in 2010, she was behind bars again as a repeat offender. Then, her mother died in April 2014, 18 months before Banner's release.
I knew right then and there that I had to change. And I changed. And I kept my word with her because we would talk every day. You have to block out a lot of stuff that's going on out here to continue to live and survive in there. Nobody wants to go through that because when I tell you it's torment, it's torment. So I made up in my mind, yeah, I get released. I'm not hanging with the wrong crowd. I'm not doing anything. I'm going to stay on my grind as soon as I get home. And that's what I've been doing. You know, some people will have negative outcomes, but I chose to make a positive outcome.
Banner's reentry counselor connected her with the City of Winston-Salem's SOAR program, Successful Outcomes After Release. Out of 120 applicants, she's one of 8 ex-felons selected in the latest group.
And I know that with the SOAR management team, I know that I can always depend on them. And, you know, it's just not only for the program. They help you in different situations that you're going through. Anything personal, they help you. And it makes me feel good to know that that management team is, you know, have my back like that.
For 6 months, participants are assigned to departments compatible with their skills. They work 32 hours a week and are paid weekly.
And I have saved up money in the bank. I feel good about that. I have, you know, got my own credit card. I'm not using nobody else's credit card now. I'm using my own with my face on it.
The big goal? To give ex-felons working experience that'll help them get a full-time job.
I am a working person now. My employment can become permanent with the City of Winston-Salem. That's what I'm working on.
Banner also wants to be a phlebotomist, as well as a positive role model for her nephew and 5 nieces.
You know, I keep it 100 with them and let them know exactly how I feel about doing right from wrong. Look at the situation that I was in. An officer telling you when to get up, an officer telling you when you can wash, an officer telling you when you can use the phone. You don't want to go through that.
She now describes herself as self-confident and believes her life has purpose. More benefits, Banner says, to being in Winston-Salem's SOAR program.
It's all forward from here. It's no turning back. You know, I am set. My 2 feet are locked in on the ground, and I'm set in one direction, and that's forward. And you throw it, and that's that.
Keep, I think you touched a lot of folks, and I just want to thank you for being courageous enough to open up and share your story. It's not unlike many other stories that we have come to know, and just really appreciate that, and thank you. Let's just give all of our participants another round of applause. So that concludes the formal portion of our program. And again, I just want to thank all the friends, the family members, the friends of the program who have come to celebrate with us today. I do want to share that we are in the process right now of hiring for the next class of SOAR participants. So if you know anyone that has maybe had some troubles, some run-ins in their life, but is looking to get themselves back on the right path, please send them to us. We have some cards that are actually on the table with some information about where you can find a little description of the program and a link to an information page and an application. So if you know of folks, we want folks so that we can continue to share stories just like those that you've heard tonight. So yes, and if you'd like to stay, we will be recognizing all of our participants at the City Council meeting tonight that begins at 7 o'clock. So if you've got some time, we hope that you'll stick around and again, celebrate them at the City Council meeting. So with that, I'd just like to close out the program and again offer, if you didn't get enough food the first time around, please stick around, fellowship with us, and thanks again for coming.